Are we live? Oh, I wasn't ready yet, but okay. Crap. Okay, good. Alrighty. Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to the Minister Butter Derek E-Bike Life While Disabled channel. People were suggesting that I change the name. So I changed the name of the channel back to E-Bike Life While Disabled. And I spent the day trying to make up some new banners. I also did laundry. I've been kind of sluggish today. Y'all know that I was able to change, my sleep habits. And I was able to change my sleep habits. And also I took Mike and Pop's advice. And I haven't had any soda. And it's making me drowsy. Now I'm looking up at this. The cell phone says that it's 6 people here, but YouTube was just saying it was 1. Then it was saying it's 2. Now it's saying it's 3. So which one is it? Is the phone right? Oh, now they're going to 4. Which one is it? Is the phone right? Or is YouTube right? We really don't expect too many people to be here, but I told y'all, if I'm willing, I'm going to come on every day. And the day ain't over yet. It's still Tuesday for 24 minutes. We had a problem with Amazon, and it worked out well. Y'all know that back on the 24th, I ordered 4 items. 2 of the items came on the 26th. The other 2 still haven't come yet. But Amazon cleaned my account out today. A couple dollars that I had in there. And I called them and asked them why. And they said, oh, it just shipped. I ordered on the 24th. And you taking the money on the 31st? What's the date? The date 31st, right? You took the money on the 31st. So 2 of the items we've been had. But I worked out something with them, so we good. The seller hit me up. And apparently he's a little ticked off. Because I sent him the link to my video where I apologize to y'all. So he's a little ticked off. And let him be ticked off. Because you jacked the prices up. We lost 7 sales because you jacked the prices up. Why are you ticked off? I should be ticked off. The hell you ticked off for? So I noticed that there was a mistake on the new website. And I told him, I just blasted Red Bikes and I just blasted Elahora for the same thing. And you just did it on the new website. Is it a mistake? You need to fix it. He gonna get a little attitude. Well, I talked to the technicians because I sent this to him yesterday. He gonna tell me, well, you shouldn't be talking about other people's I'm like, so you look over the fact that you cost us almost 9 sales because you jacked the prices up. You overlook the fact that you ain't sent me nothing but damaged bikes, including the one I paid for. You can overlook that. You can overlook the fact that y'all too cheap to send me each bike so I can promote it correctly. I gotta play Philippine and Asian people going and try to sell bikes that way. But you ignore that. The fact that we had 500 or 600 people viewing our videos, and you got mad because one person said that I shouldn't be doing that, and you get me to stop, and the views tanked. But I'm supposed to ignore that. Now I catch something, and I bring it to your attention because if it's true, there really ain't no need. If this is true, then change the link. I got to get redirected. Oh, come on. So, all right. So give me this link. Now I got to put another link in the link. Let me put it right there. Y'all know that this is the bike that I'm working to get. This is the bike that I want. The Passalet PS6. It looks just like my PX5, except it has more features on it. But let me show y'all something. Oops, went too far. This is the new website. I want y'all to take a look at something. Oh, he changed it. He changed it. All right, he changed it. All right, see? Yeah, he changed it. All right. Because I still got the pics. Or is they say in the roast sector, I have the receipts. Uh-oh. Don't tell me they vanished. Hold on a sec. Here, give me this phone. Ain't it? You better not throw it. I will. You better not. You better move. You better not throw up over there. Let me share it with Liz. Okay. All right. I want y'all to see something. Because you see what's you couldn't see anyway because I didn't bring you in. All right, good. So this will be even easier. They got her way up there. Copy image. Ooh, I didn't want to do that. Save image. Here you go. All right. Let me come back to y'all. Let me show y'all something real quick here. At least he did fix it. I'll give him that. It was quick. I give him that. He did fix it. Give me 1 second here. Come on, you moving too slow. Come on, PC. Open. All right. I don't want to get them mixed up. Which one is which? That's it right there. Okay. Y'all see this on your screen? Do y'all see this on your screen? This is for the Pedelec PS6. The bike that I'm working to get. Somebody put this up and didn't know what they were talking about. But I told him, we was on Amazon last week, remember? And I found out that some companies, and if you thinking about buying an e-bike, you need to look. Because I remember when NCOF had us look at one was 2,000 and one e-bike was 3,000. And one of them said that it had a peak of 750 watts. I said, we saw this exact same thing on the e-bike from Ella Hora last week. The exact same thing. And I asked him, is this true? Am I working for nothing? Because this is what I'm working for. If you call it working. I promote the e-bikes. I give y'all the coupons. Y'all use the coupons. Each coupon count toward a bike. No money exchanges hands. I don't know if y'all call that working. But this is my end goal, to earn one of these. And if you look at that picture, I already got it. Because that's what my PX5 does that's sitting right here. So 300 to 600 watt average output, but it peaks between 600 and 750 watt. That's supposed to be a 750 watt motor. That's supposed to be able to peak at 1,000. Some say they 1050, some say 1170. But what do you mean the peak output is 600 to 750 watt? That's the specs for a 500 watt motor. Now, I did some looking today, and I found out that if given enough power, a 500 watt motor can go up to 1,000 watts. And it might disintegrate, but it can. But they made this same mistake. And I told him about it. Because if this is true, Then I don't want that bike. I'm sitting right there. What that says, my PX5 does right there. I ain't seriously. What that says. That was on their website. And they said he tried to hurry up and change it, but I told him I was going live. He ain't know I screenshotted it. I sent it to him. Why do you think? But so I told him. So he said he talked to his engineers and he verified that the motor is 750 watt and that it peaks at 1,000. But if you look on your screen, somebody didn't know what the heck they were talking about. Because I don't know how you gonna call something, and you got to be careful and make sure that you read. Because a lot of people say that they have a 500 watt e-bike, and it might only be 250. They're just telling you what it can peak at. Some people might say they have an 800 watt e-bike. It might only be 500 watt. They're telling you what the peak is. For those of you who want to know why I keep saying peak, as I tell you, there's a nominal speed. And for those of y'all that don't know what nominal is what it can do all day without overheating. So if I can jog like this, and I can keep jogging and not start sweating, that's my nominal jog. Now, if somebody is chasing me with a gun, I'm not going to be jogging. I'm going to be running. But I can only run for so long. I can only run for so long before I have to come back down to a jog. But in moments of need, I'm going to run like somebody put a gun out. I'm running. Somebody point a gun out and shoot it at me. I'm running. Most people run. Some people get scared and stand there and wait to get shot. Some people, like me, try to get out of there. If I ain't got no chance of taking it out your hand, my best bet is to run and hope you only shoot me in the leg or the arm. But I can't run long. And that's what your peak is. Most people can't do that peak for long. Even in car races, they go around the track, but on that last stretch, that's when they gun it. They gun it down that last straightaway and try to win the race. If you need a fast start, like you at a light, and you slam on the throttle, the motor stores up energy, and it uses that to give you that burst of power. If you're going up a steep hill, the motor can use that energy. And you've seen me going up a hill. You've seen me go up a steep hill at 16 miles per hour. You've seen me go up a steep hill at 8. When Marsha get tired, sometimes she be doing 6. You can't stay at that peak long. So if somebody telling you that it peaks at 750 watt, you don't have a 750 watt e-bike. You don't. They lying to you. You got a 500 watt e-bike. The peak means the highest it can go. And they made an error with that. Now, I told him about it. And I told him that I came out and blasted Ella Hora and Rad Mini for doing the exact same thing. Some people say they're Bolton e-bikes. That his e-bikes are not 750, they 500 watt. And I said it. You ain't gonna tell me what I can say. My show. Y'all know boat and e-bikes. The fat guy I show y'all sometime. Now, you see that he fixed it. You can see that he fixed it. 500 to 750 watts average output, 750 to 1,000 watts peak power. So he corrected it. How do you make a mistake like that? You see, he made the correction. But then he gonna tell me, don't be talking about other people's bikes. You don't tell me to do nothing. I don't work for you. You can't tell me to do nothing. You worry about the wrong things. You didn't give me credit for those 9 sales you messed up, did you? No, you didn't. Because, see, you ain't worried about that. We in a competitive market and we in a pandemic. But you jacked your prices up. Electric XP didn't jack their prices up. But you jacked your prices up. Americans know what electric XP is. They don't know what a Pedelec is, but you jacked your prices up. Yeah, you worry about the wrong thing. You thought you were doing something when you got Micah from Electric to show your bikes. But his next video killed the bike that you showed him. He showed your bike for $16.99 and then showed everybody, and that bike is only 500 watts. He showed everybody a 750 watt bike for $9.99 the next video. That killed any momentum you would have got. The only thing that saves you is that bike don't have no features. But I guarantee you, if somebody didn't want to spend more than $1,000 on the e-bike and they can get a 750 watt motor, they're going to buy that bike. But see, you're not worried about that. But you took the PX5, which is only a 500 watt e-bike, and you brought that and made that more expensive when it was $100 cheaper. You made that more expensive. So for the same price, somebody can get my bike, or they can get a bike that's 750 watts and put their own stuff on it with the $100 they save. But see, you ignore that. Somebody that might see that video but might think that Cindy Brady, the G9, is prettier when they see a 750 watt versus 500 watt. Which bike they gonna buy? And they're the same price. Which bike they gonna buy? The only thing that saves you is that they don't give you no rack. They got the old ant-shed cheap display. That's the only thing that saves you. But that don't mean jack the price up. So it's kind of hard to come here and say, hey, but look what you're getting. Hey, I only got to spend $9.99. Your cheapest 750 watt bike is $13.99. I can get a 750 watt bike for $9.99. Yeah, but if you spend the $13.99, you'll get Hydraulic brakes. Oh, this brakes is fine for me. Well, you're not gonna have no suspension. I can go on Amazon and get a suspension post seat post for $19. Well, you know, you're not gonna have no display. I can go on Amazon and get a bike computer for $6.99, or I can use an app off the market on my cell phone and use that force speedometer. See, when you're competing, you have to be price conscious. I know it costs more to ship, but the other companies ain't jacking their prices up. They're coming down, but you keep going up. Yes, you make great e-bikes. If you didn't, I wouldn't promote them. But your business sense is in the toilet. I don't know. Let me be honest with you. I don't know. The decisions that they make baffle me. The decisions that they make just totally baffle me. But you're going to try to blast me because I'm pointing something out about a competitor. If you make something better, or if you offer more features than somebody else, why can't you call it out? This is a competitive market. If somebody tell me that restaurant down the street sell hamburgers for $1, well, what does it come with? Well, they give you ketchup. Well, I can go to McDonald's. Well, how much are their French fries? Well, their French fries is like $3 for a small. Wait a minute, the burger $1, and it don't come with nothing but ketchup. Now ain't no cheese on it, but I can go get double hamburger from McDonald's, and it got pickles, mustard, and ketchup, and got cheese on it, and I can get some fries for $1. But why would I go to the restaurant down the street never heard of? Some people that cheat, they'll go pay the $1 for the burger and be happy. You have to tell them, hey, yeah, they got a burger for $1, but check out our burger. It's $1.29. But you get ketchup, mustard, onions, pickles on it, and you can get the fries. We got a small fry for $1, and we got a small soda for $1. For $3.29, you got a meal. That's gonna make the cheap person say, "Well, let me go ahead and spend the $3.29 because I get a whole meal. I buy the burger. I still got to find a place to get a soda. I got to find a place to get me a side order. If I can get all of that for $3.29, well, let's go to McDonald's. Let's go get our eat on." You got to do the same thing with e-bikes. This company gives you the best value for the $1 when it comes to features. The fact that they got hydraulic brakes on the PS6, on the GS9, and the GS9 Plus. If you never use hydraulic brakes, let me tell you. I can tell you. It's a Mickey Mouse shifter on my PX5, and it works just fine. But the shifter that's on the PS6, the GS9, and the GS9 Plus is a whole lot better and easier to use. Somebody would say, well, so what? PS6, the GS9, and the GS9 Plus, they have a color display. Some people will say, so what? Black and white's good enough for me. A lot of bike companies don't want to give you suspension. And if they do, it's front suspension. You've already saw them see rear suspension. I was making a big deal about electric not having no suspension, and we had the PX5 for $949, and it was $50 more than the original XP and $50 cheaper than the new XP. And the old XP had no suspension, and the new XP had just front suspension. So they wanted you to kick out an extra $100, and they're gonna give you front suspension, but they made your battery smaller, they made your tires smaller. That's not really an upgrade. I pointed that out. Somebody got mad. Why can't I point that out? You get front suspension, and I had it at $899 for the longest time. I don't know why people didn't buy it like they should have. We should have sold hundreds of them. If people waiting 8 weeks to get the XP, and we can get it to them in under 7 days, what's the problem? Why can't I say that? If you save $50, you get front suspension, a suspension seat post that electric wants you to spend $90 on. Why shouldn't I say that? If they made that battery smaller but charge you more money, why shouldn't I say that? Why is it bad for me to point out the faults of the competitor? Especially when I told them 2 weeks before they released that bike, I told them about the PX5. I didn't even have the coupon codes then. It was still a better deal. And I didn't know nobody from Past Select then. But I told them, then I wrote them back again after I got the PX5. And I said, would you like to send me a bike so I can compare the two? So how could any XP owner get mad? How could they get mad? What grounds do they have to stand on? I've been showing videos on that bike since last May. Not the May just passed, May of 2020, when they first announced the $1,200 stimulus. Y'all remember that? If they had given us the 1,000 instead of 600, I would have bought one. 600 wasn't enough. It was $899. I'm glad I didn't. As somebody that came from a 250 watt motor to a 500 watt motor, then to a 750 watt motor, y'all haven't seen me back on my PX5. Since, hey, you ain't seen me on that Swagtron. You ain't seen me on that little bike, hey, you? No, you haven't. Why haven't you seen me on it? Because once you get a 500 watt, it's hard to go back to 250. And once you hit a 750 watt, it's hard to go back to a 500 watt. It's night and day. Most of y'all have cars. Y'all don't care. These are my cars. I'm not gonna say in front. These are my cars. These are my vehicles. So I take my bikes just as seriously as you take your cars. As an American, we want power. How do I know that? Because every time I see an American say they want an e-bike, what's their first question? How powerful is it? That's their first question. You tell somebody that you're getting an e-bike, that you're getting a stand-up scooter, you tell somebody that you're getting a moped, or you getting a motorcycle, what's the first thing somebody say? How fast does it go? That's the first thing they say. How fast does it go? I can only tell you about the ones I've ridden. I have never ridden a PS6, but I've ridden the PX5. And I can tell you, the PX5 is peppy. The GS9 Plus has the same motor that's in the PS6. And I can tell you, there is a difference between 750 watts and 500 watts. I can tell you the difference between 250 watts and 500 watts. Because I got all three examples sitting right here. And I went from one to the other. Now, doesn't that sound strange to you? That even though they didn't send me a perfect one, doesn't it sound strange to you that they sent me something for free and yet I put my own money into it to make it routable? That must tell you something. If I got a bike that works, it works well, why do I still prefer a bike I don't own? I have the Pasolect GS9 Plus. We call it the Marshall Breeding. For those of you who say that you don't understand what's the difference, a bike is a bike. It is a difference. There is no rush that can kill, especially when you have something that people walk by you on. They walk by you, treat you like you ain't even there. But this is why I love this. Then we can hit 37. This is why I love this bike. And people get mad, let them get mad. Let them get mad. I don't care. Oh, crap. I didn't want to open it with that. Y'all say that y'all don't like this view. Then we can hit 37. But I want you to look. Because you should be able to see my face. That's to tell you all you need to see. Can you see it now? Yes, you can. Make it full screen and let it go. I went into the settings and all right, let's go, y'all. Yeah, we beat it. Look at my face. And we hit 36. We hit 36. Holy stuff. We hit 36 twice. My helmet trying to come off my head. Going up. Yep. Oh, right there waiting on it. Bam. Kaboom. That light change. Imagine if that hill was longer. And we hit 36. We hit 36. Holy stuff. We hit 36 twice. My helmet trying to come off my head. Going up. Yep. Oh, right there waiting on it. Bam. Kaboom. That light change. Car right there waiting on us. Yep. I would have tried it. Y'all done found me in the weeds. You can tell me whatever you want to tell me. That is a rush. That is a thrill. The same reason people like getting on the Ferris wheel. The same reason people like getting on a roller coaster. The same reason people like bungee jumping. Why do they do it? For the rush. If you like that rush, once you taste it, you want to taste it again. Once you taste it, you got to taste it again. We didn't just start doing these speed tests. I probably would have to find the videos, but we was doing that on the Swagtron. Matter of fact, I got a flat tire because there was a divot across the whole road. It was this deep. It was this wide and it was this deep and it went across the whole road. And we came flying down there on my little 250-watt Swagtron. We hit that bump so hard, my behind hurt it for half an hour. Didn't have no suspension. I was afraid we had tore the rim up. But we have been doing that speed test. It wasn't a speed test then. It was just a rush. It was just a rush. So we were doing that. I think we were getting 17 miles per hour doing that with the 250 watt. I probably would have to search and try to find the old video. But y'all know that when we came out the old market, I like to go down that hill. We've been doing that. We didn't just start doing that to promote e-bikes. I was doing that when we had the little Swagtron. But now instead of 250 to maybe 550 watts, then we went to 500 to 750 watts. Now we've gone 750 to 1,000, to over 1,000 watts. I've gone each step. I can tell you what the difference is. And if I get on the e-bike and it says a number, I can tell you what it is. Because I've written all three. And not just one time, several times. I got videos up. I tell you what I know. And what I know is for a fact. So I can only tell you what I know. Screen share with y'all for a second. I can only tell you what I know. I know for a fact. That's the bike you saw me riding. It's expensive. It's worth every penny. It's worth every penny. We was able to hit 36 miles per hour. That hill not long enough. It's too dangerous. I'm actually putting my life on the line. There are so many openings where cars can come out at. And you've seen it. Our trip yesterday, car cut out in front of us. I believe we still have that video. Where we tried to do the speed test. Let me see. Give me 1 second here. You think we can hit 37? I went into the settings. Wait a minute. It's the wrong video. And I put the kilometers on 100. Hold on a sec. Wait a minute. Oh, that's where the video is. Okay. I was trying to find that video. Now I know where it is. Okay. So it should be the last. We went straight home. No. You think we can hit 37? I went into the settings. All right, hold on. And I put. Okay. Oh, we don't have it. That's why. We don't have that video. That's why I can't find it. Because the camera stopped. The camera stopped while before we left the market. That's why I don't have that video. Okay. That's why we don't have that video. I can't even show it. Oh man. I can't even show it. Not happy about it. But it is what it is. I can't show it. My bad, y'all. The camera stopped. I actually switched it to a different power bank. Tomorrow, we got 2 power banks coming. And instead of being able to plug 2 things into them, we can plug 3 things into them. So I'm going to be able to put 1 on each bike. I've broken down the chains. And we got 1 on each bike. I mean, we got 3 locks. I'm sorry, we got 2 locks and a deadbolt for each bike. We got 2 locks and a deadbolt for each bike. 2 locks and a deadbolt for each bike. The deadbolt go for the frame, and the 2 locks, 1 front wheel, 1 rear wheel. I bought seat cushions for each bike. I bought headlights for each bike. I want to be able to, whatever one I feel like taking, that'll be the one I take out. Matter of fact, I might ask y'all which bike y'all want me to take off tomorrow. The new USB-C cords come, and so does the new power banks. So which bike would y'all like me to take off tomorrow? The PX5 or this bike you just saw me ride? Because this is the powerhouse. And I know it's expensive. Look at those 26-inch, 4-inch wide tires. Look at them front shocks. Look at them hydraulic brakes, not mechanical. Look at them hydraulic disc brakes. Look at the 9-speed shifter. It's facing backwards, but that's a color display. Right here, you got a 14.5 amp hour battery. The controller is up at the top right here. Locked away. Nobody gonna see it and won't think to steal it. Matter of fact, most people don't think this is an e-bike. Look at the videos. You hear people saying, "Hey, is that an e-bike? Hey, is that electric?" People ask me. Why do they ask me? Because it doesn't look like it. People say, "Hey, that's a nice bike." When I was in the pharmacy, the man was talking me deaf about the bike. Look at that flex frame rear suspension. Look at all them gears on the tire right there. That's a 9-speed shifter. This is a powerhouse, and it don't look like it. This is a powerhouse. And they got that 750 watt motor in the back. Their peak set over 1,000 watts of power. Does the 250 watts make a difference? Because we know that this bike can peak between 500 to 7 something. Yes, it does. The same way that this 500 watt bike was night and day from the 250 watt. The same way this 750 watt is night and day from the 500. And I'm going to tell you something. The only reason that this bike can even hang, the only reason the PX5 can even hang with Marsha is the tire size. It takes more power to push 26-inch tires than it does. It takes more power to push 26-inch tires than it does to push 20-inch tires. That's the only reason that, to be honest with you, and the smaller the tire, the more the torque. Because sometimes it'll seem, if I ride them back to back in videos, you might say, "Hey, you going just as fast when you start out going uphill as you do on the other bike," because of the torque in them smaller wheels. It makes it almost seem even when you're hill climbing. That's why I want to see what the PS6 does, because it's going to have that 1,000 watts of power at 20-inch, not at 26. I want to see what the rush is when I go down that hill. I want to see what the rush is. For those of you that haven't ridden an e-bike before, I can tell you that the 250 watt e-bike that I had, it had a 12-inch rear tire and a 12-inch tire in the front. But you know what? It had a great takeoff because of the small wheels. The same way that them stand-up scooters have great takeoff because of them small wheels. But I can tell you, both of these bikes will smoke most scooters. Yeah, I know that they got some out there that's supposed to do 60 miles per hour or whatever. You have fun on them. That's a little too much speed for me. But like I said, this is the mother load right here. And people sleeping on it. They're not buying them. Why you not buying them? They the mother load. People should be flying up and down the road on these. Park your car. and hop on one of these. This is the link to get our Marsha Brady, the Pasolec GS9 Plus. And here's the code. If you can afford it, you should get this bike. We get ready to look at the news. A lot of people left. Oh, well. I guess you'll watch the replay. But even though I particularly don't care for the management of this company, the workers make great bikes. And that's the reason why I still promote them. They make great bikes. And I want to put the word out as much as I can. I don't know how many people going to watch this video, but people who never heard about it will find out. They asking $18.99 for this e-bike. And to be honest with you, it's worth $18.99. But if you use my coupon, you can get this bike for $16.99. You just saw me ride it. You saw me out there in traffic with the cars, riding like I own the joint, like I own the road. If that's what you want to do, you need to get this bike, $16.99. Over 1,000 watts of power, and don't even look like an e-bike. Nobody would never know that you had an e-bike unless you tell them or you ride past them doing 28. Then they might know. But that's the Pasolec GS9 Plus. Now, if that's too much money for you and you can't see yourself spending that much, I don't care how much fun you have on it, Mr. Bubba Derek, I'm not spending that much on a bike. All right, then. Well, how about the GS9? Well, what's special about this? First of all, look at it. We call this Jan. This is the middle child e-bike. Why is it the middle child e-bike? Because spec-wise, until you get to the motor, this bike can hang with Marsha until we talk about the motor. Marsha peaks at over 1,000 watts. This peaks at almost 800. If you don't need all that power and you want something that's a little more sexier, you really don't want to hit the trails, but you like to ride over the grass, and this e-bike is classy. Just look at it. It's classy. Now, it don't have the 26-inch, 4-inch wide tires. It has 27-inch, 2.8-inch wide tires. It's got a 13 amp hour battery. The Plus has a 14.5 amp hour battery. This has an 8-speed Altus shifter. The Plus has a 9-speed Shimano shifter. See, there's a price difference, and you're seeing the points. Both of them got hydraulic brakes. Both of them got the same suspension. Matter of fact, I'm looking at both the bikes right now, and they got the exact same suspension setup. I'm going to be honest with you. The fat tires. I'm looking at both bikes. They look the same. Difference is, like I said, that bigger battery, the fat tires, one more gear on the shifter. But they both look the same till you get to the motor. Till you get to the motor. I don't know why they didn't put a 750-watt motor on this bike. That's a mistake. Now they fixed it with the GS9 Plus, the one I just showed you, the one you saw me ride. They fixed it, but it should have been on this bike, because that's the biggest difference. That motor, 8 gears, 9 gears, whatever. But them 26-inch, 4-inch wide tires. But this bike looks more demure, meaning it'd be easy to take in places while people looking at you. Funny. You know, people see them fat tires and they go, oh. But I'm telling you, I'm looking at both bikes. And the difference is the tires. They got the same frame. The difference is the tires. And the motor on this bike is like this wide. The motor on that bike is like this wide. I'm looking at both bikes and I'm telling you the differences that I see. They look exactly the same. Yep. Same. Look exactly the same. The differences are in the upgrades. But like I said, if $16.99 is too much for you, if 750 watts of peak is enough for you, if 750 to 8 is enough for you, you don't need that over 1,000. If you don't need that, this bike comes with a 13 amp hour battery, 8-speed Shimano Altus shifter. Let me give you the link for the GS9. Micah from Electrac did a video on this bike. Y'all can go check it out. I would love to go ride it for you. But the one they sent me is not rideable. Use the code Brother Derek GS9. There it is. Let me show you what you do with it. Just scroll down, hit buy now. Now you can see well, my coupon code is $16.99 for the plus. Let me show you the value of the coupon code. Oops. I forgot to copy it. My bad. Please don't be long. Oh, it is long. I forgot to copy it. My bad. Brother Derek GS9. Put my code in. You're only gonna pay $13.99. So the bike that they wanted $19.99 for, I can get it to you for $16.99. They wanted $16.99 for this bike. I can get it to you for $13.99. If $13.99 is still too much money for you, if it's still too much money for you, then let's check out the Cindy Brady. I showed you Marsha. I showed you Jan. Let me show you the Peselec G9, Cindy Brady. Looks the same, doesn't she? Wait a minute. Hey. Uh-oh. I hit the live chat by mistake. Matter of fact, let me make her it was all green, right? Let me make her green. Because it comes in green. It comes in gray. And so does the GS9, the bike I just showed you. I forgot to tell you. That comes in gray too. And it comes in orange. Let's go to the green. Now, you can see, looks the same, doesn't it? That's why I call them the Brady girls. You got a Cindy, a Jan, and a Marsha. We started with Marsha, and I showed you me riding Marsha. I showed you Jan. Now, right at the back, you notice that Cindy does not have rear suspension. She still got the same 27.5 inch by 2.8 inch wide tires. She has a front suspension fork, but no rear. She got the same 13 amp hour battery that Jan has. Marsha has a 14.5 amp hour. Her display is not color, but Jan and Marsha's is. She had the same 500 to almost 800 watt peak motor, just like Jan has. Marsha has a 750 to over 1,000 watt motor. I'm just telling you the differences as you see in price. Jan and Marsha have hydraulic brakes. Cindy has regular mechanical disc brakes, but they work. Not as well as the hydraulic brakes, but they work. Marsha has a 9-speed Shimano. Jan has a 8-speed Shimano. Cindy has a 7-speed Shimano. Unless you're a serious bike athlete, it might not make no difference to you. Because most people are going to just get on it and hit the throttle. But if you are an athlete and you don't want to spend $16.99 to get Marsha, and you don't want to spend $13.99 to get Jan, then this is probably the bike for you. If you're young, this might be a better fit for you. If you're not as strong, this is the lightest of the three. And as you can see, it does not look like an e-bike. None of the three do. That's what makes them so special. They don't look like e-bikes. There are so many other companies out there. They got the battery hanging out, got the controller hanging out, got wires all over the place. Soon as somebody see it, they know it's an e-bike. They see you on that, they're not even going to look. If you go places where e-bikes are banned, and there are some trails and some places that won't let an e-bike, guess what? Ain't nobody going to say nothing to you because they don't know. Y'all saw me riding on the sidewalk. Did I show you me riding on the sidewalk? It's illegal to ride on the sidewalk with an e-bike in Baltimore City. It is illegal. Did you see anybody say anything to me? It's not illegal to ride a regular bike. Why not? Because it's a regular bike. And that's what these look like. These look like regular bikes. That's why nobody said nothing to me. Hey, get that e-bike off of here. Nope. Nobody said nothing. Let me get you the link. Let me drop this link for you here. This is the link to get the Cindy Brady, the Peselec G9. Don't forget, we got a G9, a GS9, and a GS9 Plus. So we got three different ones, three different price ranges with different features. Because everybody ain't the same. Everybody don't have the same pockets. You might not can afford. Let me get you this code here real quick. Some people might not have the money or won't spend the money. Well, if that's the case, this is my code, Brother Derek G9. So, Brother Derek G9, Brother Derek GS9, Brother Derek GS9, Brother Derek P GS9 dash plus. Those are the three codes for the three bikes. In case somebody wasn't paying attention, let me show you what you do with it. A lot of other YouTubers, they get on here and rush. I don't want to rush. I ain't in no rush to do nothing. But you see, they want $1,099. If you apply my code, oops. Now that's my mistake. Hold on a sec. That's my mistake. I typed it in wrong. Hold on. Brother Derek G9, not GS9. The other bike. Now, my coupon code, it used to be $8.99, but because of the pandemic now and the rates for shipping have gone up, they took the price. They took the prices of the bikes up. They took the prices of the bikes up. It used to be $8.99, but at $9.99, it's still a good deal. Get you a suspension seat post, and you good to go. Get one on Amazon for $19.99, and you straight. All right, let's do the foldables. This is the bike that I have that I bought with my own stimulus money. If I hadn't bought this bike, I wouldn't be here talking about them. But you can see the wire going under it. People are gonna know this is an e-bike. But this is a foldable. This is a utility e-bike. It's an exploring e-bike. But I take it to the market. I take it to the doctors. I take it in the pharmacy. I take it wherever. I take my bikes wherever I go. I have one of these. I'm looking at one. It's in black, but it's still the same bike. And let me tell you, those 20-inch, 4-inch wide tires, they are torquey. Now, they're not as comfortable as the 26-inch, 4-inch wide tires on Jan. But they're good. But let me tell you, this bike has a 7-speed turning shifter. Yes, yes, yes. This bike has mechanical disc brakes like Cindy. This bike has a front headlight and a headlight in the seat. It has a 10.4 amp hour battery. And you see the battery because it's in the frame. The controller is right where it says PX5 at. So the battery's in that frame right there. The bike folds down so you can put it. Do they got a picture of it being folded? Mm-hmm. There's a picture of it. That's how it looks folded up. You can fold the bike up and put it in the back seat of your car. Just lay it down. Put it in your trunk if it's big enough. And if you got a SUV, you can probably get about 40s in the back of an SUV. If you in an RV or you live in a van, this is the kind of bike you want. Because if you're living in the RV or the van, you don't want to burn your gas up riding around exploring all the sites. You know, you want to get something that don't cost you nothing. Once you buy it, it runs on electricity. It might cost you 10 cents to charge these bikes up. How far would 10 cents of gas get you? You don't need no license. You don't need no insurance. This has a 280-pound weight capacity, but it also has 55 pounds for the rack. And if you ain't got nothing on your rack, you can add that capacity. So 280 plus 55, whatever that is, if you weigh less than that, you good on this bike. Whatever that is, you good on this bike. Now, I'm 283 pounds. This thing takes me up the hill. I can vouch. Select Motors are what they say they are. Some people tell you about their peak and tell you that's what it is. No, this is a 500 watt motor and it can peak between 750 and 8. I ride this bike. I own this bike. And I can tell you, I love riding it. But I can tell you this, because we get ready to get to the upgrade to this. And I can't wait to ride one. We'll get to that in a minute. But for the foldables, if you're thinking about buying the Elahora or the Echo Trick or any of them, this bike's better. And I can tell you because I rode it. And when I see the other YouTubers on there with these kind of bikes and people say, you shouldn't make fun of them. They doing 4, 6, 7, 8 miles per hour. Like they doing something. I'm looking at them like, why don't you get on a daggone mobility scooter? You can get a mobility scooter that can go 8 or 10, 12 miles per hour. I don't want to go that slow. But if you do, then get that. But if you want yourself something that you can hit speeds, during my speed test, I've hit 32 miles per hour on this bike. I've hit 32. I said 32. And I haven't been on it in a while. I think I'm a better rider. I think that we can get higher than 32. I know I can get the GS9 Plus to go higher than 36. I just got to find a hill that's long enough without no stop signs. Y'all don't realize how dangerous it is when I be doing the speed test, because you never know when a car gonna come out or somebody gonna walk out in the street or somebody open up a car door. You never know. That's why I need to find like a hill somewhere where I can go do my range test. Y'all understand what I'm saying to you? But this bike right here for the foldables, this is the best budget foldable with the features you get. Now, I don't know why it's not showing in this picture. I think they're using the wrong bike. Hold on a sec. I think they're using the wrong bike. Let me scroll down, take a look. Oops, I passed it again, didn't I? Hold on a second, y'all. I don't mean to hold the show up. I just want to see something. I don't know who did this website. That's why I say I don't know who did this website. But hold on a sec, y'all. Let me show y'all what the bike looked like. This new website sucks, and I said it. And somebody don't like it. Too bad. Your new website sucks. They just left it the way it was. We gotta go back to the old website. It comes with a suspension seat post. Y'all see that on y'all screen? Now, it's two versions. The old version didn't have a suspension seat post. It's called the standard. That didn't have. Our version comes with a front fork suspension, and it comes with a seat post suspension. Seat post suspension is not as good as having frame suspension, but it's good. I can tell you. I can tell you it's good because I got it sitting right here. Oh, man. Oh, no, it ain't. Y'all back out again. There you go. So, now see, in this picture, it shows it. How come I couldn't get back to this picture? But in this picture, there you go. There's your suspension seat post right there. See how you got the fork in the front? It's one on each side of the tire. Well, with a suspension seat post, it's right here in the seat post. That rubber don't mean nothing right there. You don't see no rubber up here. And let me tell you, because I have my seat post up, I don't have it as far up as I should. I pretty much messed the rubber up on my suspension seat post. I pretty much messed it up. But anyway, let me get you the link for this bike. I'm telling you, are the foldables, this is the best budget foldable. We get ready to get to the King of the Hill in a minute. But that's the best budget foldable. There's the link for it. And let me give you the code. Brother Derek, PS. And that's the code. Some people say that I get too passionate about these e-bikes. I tell you again, these are my transportation. People will hurt you for leaning on that car. People will try to carjack you, and they'll shoot you if you don't give it up. This is my car. That's why I'm passionate about it. Same way you be passionate about your car. They asking for $1,199, which is $1,200. Oops, I put in PS6. Wait a minute, my bad. That's where we going next. Put my code in, you can get it for $1,099. Now, this supposed to be $949. That's what they keep changing the prices. This supposed to be $949. Why do they keep upping the prices. It makes me look stupid when I'm telling you something and then we go there and it's not there. So this is the old website. This is the old website right here. Does my code even work here? What about the old code? They got a $12.99 here. You put my code in, and it's $11.49 here. How much was it on the other website? How much was it on the other website? Hold on. $10.99. It's supposed to be $9.49. Let me see something. Nope, doesn't work here. So, I did mess up. And then I'm gonna remove that. Oh, you can't do it. I can't remove it. Hold on. But that's the code. What a dark PX5. All right. So that's the budget foldable. Now, if you want to step it up, then you need to get the best foldable. That was the budget foldable, and it's good. It's damn good. But I personally want one of these. This is the passive lap. First, look at that rack. Check out that rack. See, this is an upgrade. Let's go back to the PX5. The bike I got sitting right here. Look at the rack on that bike. And don't get me wrong, it works good. But look how thin it is. I haven't had any problem. But look at that. Look how thin it is. Look at how thin that rack is. See, people talk about upgrades. Look at the rack that comes on this bike. See, we just looked at the PX5. This is the PX6. This is an upgrade. This is an upgrade. Look how thick that rack is. That's an upgrade. Instead of a 10.4 hour battery in there, this got a 12 amp hour, not a 10.4. It got a 12. That's an upgrade. It doesn't have a black and white display. It has a color display. That's an upgrade. Look at the hydraulic brakes. Not mechanical disc brakes on the budget one. This has hydraulic brakes. It has front suspension, just like the budget one. But check it out. It's not, you can put the seat how low as you want it because your suspension is down here and it's connected to the frame. So you got full frame suspension. That's an upgrade. instead of a 7-speed Mickey Mouse shifter, you have an 8-speed Altus shifter. I'm trying to see if they have a picture they'll let you see how it looks. No, they don't. But and it's got the same 20-inch, 4-inch wide tires, and it folds. You can fold it up and put it in the back of your car. It folds up. See, the pedals fold in, the handlebar comes down. See it right there in the picture. A lot of people say they don't like foldables because the handlebars ain't as wide as a regular bike is. That's because it's meant to fold down. They're trying to conserve space. I'll be honest with you. I had to put a separate bar on that on the Plus, the GS9 Plus, or any of the G9s. The handlebars are wide enough that I can put my stuff on there, and I need to put on a second bar. But I got one on that one. But the foldables are easier to get through the door because they're not as wide. So it's good and bad. Good and bad. But this has something that the budget, and I call it the budget bike because compared to this, it is the budget. Because this has the hydraulic brakes. This has an 8-speed Altus shifter. This has not a suspension seat post, but it has full frame suspension. But what I also like about this bike is that motor. It's got a 750 watt to over 1,000 watt motor in the rear. In the rear. Pedelec only got 2 bikes right now. They got over 1,000 watt motors. And I showed you the Marsha. And I showed you this one. And I'm going to tell you something. If you want a foldable, this is the one to get. Marsha is the most spec bike as far as the specs go. She got a 9-speed. This has an 8-speed. She has a 12.4. She has a 14.5 amp hour battery. This has a 12. So theoretically, Marsha should be able to go between 10 to 20 miles further. But I wouldn't say so necessarily because Marsha got 26-inch wheels. This only got 20. It don't take as much power to turn these wheels as it does to turn Marsha. So it might even itself out in the battery department. Not to mention the smaller wheels are more torqueier and it'll allow you to get uphill faster, but you might burn more battery with Marsha. So keep it in perspective. Because I've been telling y'all, I've been doing this since the end of April, and I've been telling y'all that I want a PS6. And except for those features that I told you about, instead of a 9-speed, instead of an 8-speed, a 14.5 amp hour instead of a 12 amp hour. The size of the tires, it ain't much difference. They both got color display. This, in my opinion, is the best bang for the buck. To get the 752 or 1,000 watt motor and get the rack and the fenders and get the lights. When you hit the brake, the red tail light lets everybody know that you're slowing down, so they know not to hit you. And it's attached to the battery. The bike folds up. The battery is easily replaceable. This is in my opinion, if Marsha is the queen of the hill, this is the king of the hill. This is the king of the hill. Plus, it has a high weight capacity, high load capacity, and you need it to load your groceries. But look at that thick. Look at that thick rack. Can you imagine putting all your stuff? I would love to go to the market with this bike. I personally would love to go to the market with this bike, and I'm dead serious. They asked me to sell 6 of these, and they'll send me one to perform for y'all. If y'all thinking about getting a bike, you got a niece and nephew, somebody who you think could use some transportation, somebody who car just broke down and they single, this will be a great bike. This will allow them to carry that stuff around. They can fold it up and put it under the desk at work. If I was still allowed to work, that's what I would do. I would fold this up. I would come early before everybody get there, so nobody can't run their mouth. I bring that bike in there, fold it up, and stick it somewhere. Wait for everybody to leave, take it back out, bring it back out. Unless I run into the principal or something, nobody shouldn't say nothing. But y'all might not have the courage that I have. When you died and came back to life, you tend to have courage. You tend not to be afraid of stuff. You know, everybody ain't the same. But that's why I take my bikes everywhere. Some people don't like it, and guess what? I could care less. I do what I need to do. This is the link, and this is the coupon code. And if y'all want to help me out, please help me earn one. When enough of y'all buy one, I earn one. When enough of y'all buy one, I earn one. This is why I keep clashing with the seller. It ain't about money for me. It's about earning that bike right there. That's what I want. Now, unless they're gonna come out with a 1,000 watt motor or a 1,500 watt motor, this is what I'm aiming at. I can't afford to buy one. I can't afford to buy none of these bikes. It's an honor to represent them. But unless we get another stimulus, or I can get enough of y'all to use my coupons, that's the only way I'm going to get this bike. Now they asking $15.99. Oops, talk on it. My coupon code will get you this bike for $13.99. Over 1,000 watts of power. It folds up for you RV users and people that like to travel. If you got an SUV, you can probably get 4 or 5 of them in the back of it. For when your family go out for that trekking. Don't need to get none of them car transporters. Them things cost $300, $400, $500. You can take it to work and fold it up. I have the ability to use the MTA transit system, and I was thinking about calling them and asking them if I do get the service, can I bring my e-bike? But I'm not cruel, because I will feel bad for the people that's in the power chairs. I will feel bad for the people that's in the wheelchairs, because it'd be like, hey, I'm sitting right here with you. You know what I'm saying? But I can still ride a bike. I think it would be like rubbing it in their faces. Y'all know I don't want to do that, but I could. But I don't need to. These bikes take me where I got to go. I got news for you. That little 250 watt that's in the closet. And let me tell you, it's been in the closet and it ain't came out. Why hasn't it come out? Because I don't want that damn thing. What am I going to do with it? It would have to be something desperate. Somebody would have to break in here and steal both of these bikes. And you know what? I will be on the phone and on the internet trying to find somebody to work on these two bikes sitting here. Because the last thing I would think of is, hey, don't you got one in the closet that work? I don't want to get back on it. Once you've ridden 750 to 1100 watt, you don't want to go back. How can I go back to 250? The only way somebody will have to come in here and get all of these out of here. That'll be the only way I'll be back to the 250. I'm dead serious. I can tell you that after I had got the bike, I had forgot to charge it. And I was getting ready to go do a mobile live, and I was going to take the old bike. And I got it out the closet and I sat on it. You know what? I canceled the mobile live and I plugged up the PX5 and waited till it got charged. That's how there's that much of a difference. That's how much of a difference it is. So, like I said, I like this better at $12.99, but $13.99 is still a good deal, and I would like for some of y'all to help me out. I would appreciate it. I understand if you can't do it, but it would be a pleasure if you use my coupon code on any of the bikes that I showed you. It doesn't matter which one, any of the bikes that I showed you. Let's see what's going on with the news. Hey, it's 9 people watching. Why nobody not saying nothing? We got 9 people watching. Nobody saying nothing. What, did y'all fall asleep? You might have. Let's see if they got any good news. Hold on, what channel we on? I don't see no news. Uh-oh. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I don't want to get flagged. I knew we had a commercial. Well, let me show y'all something. I don't want to get flagged. I want to show y'all something. Do y'all see this back right here? This Jeremy McIntosh. He was all over the XP. I was going to get this bike before I saw the Pasolite. And I got people that can back me up. This bike was on Amazon. It's called NU. And this is 500 watt. It had the rear rack defenders. It had the front suspension fork. Electric XP didn't come with no suspension. This had a front suspension fork, and they had two used ones for $700 and something. And I was going to buy them. I was going to buy one with the stimulus, but they gave us the stimulus last, and they had two of them, and they both got sold, and they still hadn't given people with disability their stimulus yet. And people can verify this. And I sat there, and matter of fact, a family member that used to be with the family, she said, "Don't worry, they'll come back." And they did. And they had two more that were used. And they stayed for a week. And right before we got the stimulus check, somebody bought them. So that means that maybe because I'm in the F's, maybe somebody in the A's or the B's got their money on that car first because they bought it. They bought the boy. I was going to buy that because it was only $700. And then I came across the when I was getting ready to order the XP, and then I took one more look on Amazon, and I found Pasolak. And like I said, it had the front suspension. They sent me the wrong bike. The bike that I'm selling y'all now is the bike that's not the bike I bought. I bought the Standard. The Standard was the first version, and it didn't have a suspension seat post. So I'm glad when I called and talked to the guy, and he was like, he found out that I did YouTube. He said, "Well, would you like to do?" Because I told him, I said, "Look, y'all talking about $8.99. Look at here, the electric is $8.99. Now I'm looking at two Echo Tricks. One of them's only 7 something, and it was somebody from England had an Echo Trick, and they was only asking $700 for it. So somebody bought it for him, and he can't use it because they're only allowed to have 250 watts. And he was just looking to unload it. And I told him, and I showed him the ad. I said, "Look, I can get this bike. I think it was 6 something, 624. It was 624. The guy was trying to get rid of it. He couldn't do nothing with it. He ain't gonna go out there and get arrested. Get arrested for riding an illegal e-bike. And like I said, it was a gift, so he ain't losing no money. He didn't pay for it. It was a gift." And I showed him the ad, and he said, "If you make 2 videos, and leave us a review." And at the time, they had the white one, and they had the black one. Then they ran out of the white. Then they ran out of the black, and now they got white ones. But the video that they had up, I got them to take down. It's still on YouTube though. That old man had to stand it. He didn't have the ones that we have now. He had to stand it. And the Standard looked just like that. And I was going to get this bike, and I'm glad I didn't, because I would now have 2 e-bikes. I actually got 4 e-bikes in my living room. These 2 things don't work, but I got 2 e-bikes at my disposal right now. I can't afford to buy none of them. That's why I was willing to do this to get something that I can't replace. It would take me eons to replace one of these e-bikes. Eons. When I say eon, I'm talking about maybe I would say I would to save $30. How many times does $30 go into 1,000? That's how many months it would take for me to save up and buy another e-bike. So that's why I say when y'all hit the coupon code, they be like, we'll send you money. I don't want no money. I want bikes. I want security. What security? That if I need to go somewhere, I ain't got to call nobody. I ain't got to depend on nobody to come drive me somewhere. My doctors are close, the pharmacy close, everything is in within riding distance. It take me 15 minutes to go to the hospital now. I was driving almost 6 miles. I ain't got stranded on a mobility scooter. I ain't got stranded on that 250-watt motorbike. Videos are up. When I want to go somewhere, I want to go. When I want to go somewhere, I want to go. But I was going to buy this bike. Let me get this guy off my screen. For somebody say, flag them. I just wanted to show you something. I was going to get that bike, and I just happened to see it as I scrolled down. The bike was right there. That's why, a lot of people, be talking that stuff. I ain't one of them kinds of people. I ain't one of them kind of people that be talking that stuff. I tell you the truth. And if I say something today, you can come back and I still say the same thing. That's why I love when somebody said, you said this. I'll be like, I said this when? Tell me when. Oh yeah, y'all. We this the channel right here. I changed the name back to eBike Life While Disabled. People were asking me why did I change the name? I changed the name because my name actually carried more weight. So I put my name in it. But now that we've grown a little bit, we're up to 139 subscribers. Now that we've grown a little bit, I think we can step it up. So let's do some customization. Can you change the picture? Ain't it? You know what I'm saying? Here we go. So we need to change the picture. For those of y'all that don't know how to change the picture, what would be a good picture to put for the e-bike channel? I think that 36. I think that 36 mile per hour. I think that 36 mile per hour would be good. But how we gonna get it to fit? See, that's the problem. You can bring it in some more, can't you? All right, it's done. There you go. 36 mile per hour. And what could we do for the banner? 2048 by 1142. So let's do this. Let me see here. How would we do this? Okay. Let's go here. Let me see what we can do here. Can I make some magic? Wait a minute. Then we can hit 37. I went into the settings and I put the kilometers on 100. That's 65 miles per hour. I don't know if she can do 65 miles per hour, but let's see. This is gonna be so hard. You know what? It'd be better. I think it'd be better if I did it in Windows Media. Put it on Windows Media Player. Okay. Then we can hit 37. I went into the settings and I put the kilometers on 100. That's 65 miles per hour. Shucks. We hit 36. We hit 36. Holy stuff. We hit 36 twice. All right. Now let's go to screenshots. And we doing this live. Let's go to screenshots. And let me see here. Open. Now I'm trying to think. Okay, so now we got the picture. Now open up the OBS. Y'all probably think I'm crazy. I am crazy. That's the problem. I am crazy. Rodero, the one man show. Look at this people make some full of stuff. Yo, I ain't got no baby's mama. Don't want the drama. Don't want to have a brat with a hood rat. I want to love a woman I can be proud of. Yo, I'm around the one, a nice lady that I track the films that are shady, low down and clueless. Ignorant, masculine, and useless. I understand the opposites attract, but I always catch the ones that are dirty, fat, and black. Head never done. Filthy press on nails. Pressing like a bum straight out of jail. Oversized sweatshirts, tight jeans. You can free slang like you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. I assume these phrases emphasize her point while she brags about her exploits in the joint. Or the days when she used to get high. Or her journals on how many guys between her thighs. Or tattoos of her little boobs or that followers who released in a decade or two. Talking about child support from these zeros. One's got life, the other's on death row. Yo, I want a woman who thinks like me, who doesn't drink like me, who has no desire to get high. When things get rough, she will still lie with me, cry with me, and if necessary, die with me. People tell me that to let the right one will come along, but the ones that come along are always wrong. And tell me, am I finicky, too damn picky to want someone mellow like me, quiet like me, someone who will stimulate my mind, a woman who's sexy and kind, who longs for romantic strolls, no piercings in their nose, no weird hair colors, who's happy to spend quality time with each other, sharing our dreams, being realistic, not letting materialistic possessions become an obsession, but realizing that life is a variable asset. Making wise decisions so that we have no regrets.
Openly expressing our views, no hesitation, and intensity of our love making, producing afterglow. That everyone will know the power of our union.
But we
We
blessed
blessed like holy communion. Two bodies coming together, not counting up the world in. Suspended by the act of sharing mutual orgasms. No need to fake, no need to take five. Passion is a potion for our locomotion, the fuel of our monogamy. Erasing the monotony of living in this mixed up world. Where are you? I'm waiting for you, girl. I want a woman who thinks like me, who
Right.
doesn't drink like me, who has no
Right.
desire to get high. When things get rough, she will still lie with me, cry with me, and if necessary, die with me. Yeah. Someone said that they need one mic. Well, I need one night with the right female. Someone who makes our tale in comparison, not look, but the way they carry themselves, confident, but not stuck up like a Southern belle, or ignorant like a ghetto chick. They don't attract me at all, not even a little bit. The way your sleazy is dressed, the way your cheesy is jeans. The girl in my jeans will be sexy, or classy. Have a lead like the meaning, not crash and nasty. I know y'all in the backseat are laughing at me, but you feel what I'm saying. You get tired of laying up with anything along with breathing, especially when you reach your goals. People around gets old. This gonna happen when that child support starts sapping your pay. Or another man is tapping your baby's booty, telling them what to do. This may sound aloof, but I'm bringing the truth. I want to marry the woman of my child, be there in the home while they're growing up, looking out for them when they're blowing up. You boys might think I'm dreaming, but I keep searching, scheming for a woman who won't desert me, hurt me when things go wrong. A woman that's spiritually strong. Yo, I want a woman who thinks like me, who doesn't drink like me, has no desire to get high. When things get rough, she will still lie with me, cry with me, and if necessary, die with me. Yo, I'm searching for a woman who thinks like me.
Hey man, I'm
who
gonna be doing
doesn't
this the
drink
hard
like
way.
me, has no desire to get high. When things get rough, she will still lie with me, cry with me, and if necessary, die with me. This is Brodero, the one man show. Once again, coming at you. What's
You
up?
think we can hit 37?
You making up?
I went into the settings.
Let's go for money. Think of somebody who you can honestly spend the rest of your life with, who you can see having a future with. Because that's how you be happy. I'm out.
I had a ball making that song. I want to do it again. Okay. Okay. So how are we gonna do this? Um, I thought I fixed this. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a second. Let me just take that out. Okay. You can take the top off too. Oops, you messing up. You messing up. What are you doing? 200. You can bring it down some. Okay. All right. I'm playing another song because I'm almost done, y'all. I'm making this so I can make it for the banner. Y'all probably think I'm crazy, but whatever. Yeah. Give me another song.
Oh yeah, Brodero. Yeah, Brodero. The one man show. The one man. You can't control the flow of the one man show. You can't control the flow of the Brodero straight loco. Yeah. You can't control the flow of the bro, the straight loco. You get crazy with the one man show. You can't control the flow of the bro, the straight loco. You get crazy with the one man show. You're getting crazy with the one man show. Let's get to it. Drop it then. You can't control the flow of the boat, straight loco, so act like you know. The big show bringing it to you. Flew in your ear, while my song played again and again to my messaging to your brain. I keep it plain and simple. I only got one dip with no pimples or acne. So what it be? How's it going? How you doing out there? I really don't care. All eyes on me. My tracks are free. I don't charge a fee. This is talent on loan from God. I drop more bombs than the terrorists who follow Islam. If it's beat you lacking, look no further. I'm racking and stacking tracks daily. You sound bitter, really? Then put your money where your mouth is. Get them too hardcore for sure, bitch. I talk the way it is. I don't gush. I push what you need. What you don't want to hear. That's why you sucker feel a brother who starts smaller than swoon like an overprotective mother with a sick baby in her arms. You can't control the flow of the boat straight loco. You can't control the flow of the boat straight loco. You getting crazy with the one man show. Yo, you can't control the flow of the boat straight loco. You getting crazy with the one man show. The one man show. Say that second verse. I'm not a rhyme sayer. I'm an MC slayer. So remote, I should have been born in the Himalayas. Why those brothers don't speak when we pass up on the street? Each person is unique with something different to offer. We don't look, we judge, we don't bother. Whatever happened to Black Power unity? Being involved in the community. Black people, if they are chasing a car or a high, letting light pass them by, and you wonder why I keep to myself. You can't show me love when you don't love yourself. Moving on. The mic is warmed up. The track goes out to those who think I suck. But you can lick the hairs off my nuts. I piss on the picture areas of you buried. Going a little tough in a casket or in prison collars. You punk things. Somebody must be of the Bible. How can a thug be an idol, a role model? This world is twisted. Women nowadays do more bitching than switching. How can you call yourself a man bitch stuck up under any woman? Y'all fellas to demand respect. Make her hand over her paycheck. Shut up. I'm not being second. I'm being real. When I see a lady cop, I want to cop a feel. You dig what I'm saying? You can't control the flow of the one man show. I'm straight loco. You can't control the flow of the bro that's straight loco. You get crazy. I wish the one man show. Ain't like you know, bro. I get down like Edgar Allan Poe. Cook the raves never more. Raise your hand if you're sure. Raise your hand if you're poor. I'm breaking out my pad pen. I ain't for that freestyling. I say I can power my lyrics in conjunction so they function and gel with musical composition. Singing credibility to the sound I grew up with. Don't like it? Well, get a grip. Talking like you, I flip. Don't I pick your pop before you even start? Eat you like a shark, but you ain't got no heart, no substance, no stage presence. Tell me why I want to be like you, act like you. You can get my Rudy Poo candy, ASS, sorry, carry my poop. Here's a scoop. I run hoops around your best troops. Bring your best soldier. I'm bolder, older, colder. And then you know because I just told you, you cannot control the flow. You can't control the flow. I just wrote that straight loco. You get crazy with the one man show. You can't control the flow. I just wrote that straight loco. You get crazy with the one man show. I wish you could get like this. Fuck up. Drop tracks like these with no song. No understanding. That computerized sound they were mistake. Suckers.
Actually.
Yeah, Brodero, the one man show, coming at you like I always do. And if you can't handle it, check it out, yo. I'm telling the truth. I bring the facts, and that's something that you can't react to, because you're living it. And if you're living it, you can't see what you're doing. Y'all living trite, glorifying that street life, chasing the ice well until the night. Well, that's how you live. If that's all you got to give, then reach for the stars, the orange jumpsuit, or the prison bars. How you living? How you living? Yeah. I see you brothers on the corner. Oh, wow. I see you brothers on the strip. Oh, well. But you don't notice me. I'm right here learning. People creeping in the shadows. Feeling your hoes, never feeling your flows. Go push that blow, make the money, make that cash, flash that icon up and entice me. I make mine honestly. I look over my shoulder. You think you're cold, but I'm colder, wiser, because I'm older. Got beef, well, I got the relief, the solution to your ghetto pollution. Clean up the streets before you ask for a beat. Make sure your lyrics are tight before you pick up the mic, or you get blasted by the lyrical fanatic. Bring the static, I'm waiting. Late concentration will leave your man hate drop at zero and get with me a real hero. The man with a plan who creates magic. My pen is the pad, I'm loyal to no set, no click, no crew. This is how I do, and you can't handle it. I like I'm sealed like a candle. You're doing wrong when I'm coming on strong. But keep ignoring me, like Tyson, I'll be blowing these. Yo, y'all living trite, glorifying that street life, chasing the ice, wealth into the night. That's how you live. If that's all you got to give, then reach for the stars of orange jumpsuit over prison bars. How you living, yo? How you living? Go like a little engine that could. I want to rock every neighborhood. On my tracks on international scale. I want to see my lyrics in every language, even Braille. I might fail, but I can't use that as an excuse. I have faith in God, I see my roots. I create, so I stumble on to what's hot. And you can't compose, so how you know what's not? You take what you're giving, you're all receivers. I'm going to make y'all believers. I had many offers to clean and rock when I was young. I wanted to be a cop, but what I see dresses drop. I ain't the type to work the 9 to 5 just to survive. I don't need a less to flex in. I don't need a sampler for the test in. I don't need your attention to make it. You like it or you hate it. I don't give respect, you earn it. Unless my CD then burn it. Take it back and return it by that gutter garbage. But you don't learn shit. Yeah, you know it. I'm cool because I'm about the old school way. I make jokes while I don't play. See, crimes don't play. You ever try to glorify this imaginary lifestyle, but you never testify that chasing is high doesn't make you fly. It makes you die. If anything I said ain't right, yo, I'll drop my mic. Cause y'all living trite, glorifying that street life, chasing that ice well into the night. If that's how you live, that's all you got to give. Then reach for the stars or on jumpsuit. Or the prison bars. How you living, yo? How you living? Yo, brother, we chanting murder, 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 kill, kill, kill. Act like they down when they ain't for real. Let me tell you about real gangsters. Not these weed smoking, crystals, drinking prankers who get high and let the bullets fly. Yo, if you got to pop the trunk, you a straight punk. If you grab the block because you can't box, if you can't kick butt, keep your mouth shut. Some of us are so lazy and they'll run a self offense. We pull a trigger and go crazy. Hit little kids ain't doing nothing but being in the wrong place. Pop, pop, pop. The little girl got shot in the face while playing hopscotch. No one comes to help. Too busy looking out for themselves. 5-0 checking out the shell casing. You and yours hiding out pacing because you missed the one you were aiming for. Now you come back to keep the score. So if you're brave, wait for you to attack, get ready for the big payback. But y'all straight punks hiding out. Y'all living trite, glorifying that street life, chasing that night well into the night. If that's how you live, that's all you got to give. Then reach for the stars, the orange jump suit, or the prison bars. How you living, yo? How you living? You living trite, glorifying that street life, chasing the ice well into the night. If that's how you live, that's all you got to give. Then reach for the stars, orange jumpsuit, or the prison bars. Yeah. I see you brothers on the corner, out on the strip talking shit. I see you brothers out on the corner, on the strip talking. I see you brothers in the club, but you won't show love unless you come like a thug. Yeah, freestyle. Yo, you don't notice me, but I'm coming at ya. You turn around and I'm grabbing ya. Body slamming you, cramming your neck into the cement. I ain't done it till you're totally spent. I don't give a damn. Bring what you got. Suckers get dropped, they get robbed, blocks go pop. But you won't get a chance to reach that trigger, son. I'm bigger. And I figured you out. You a straight punk. If you not with your boys, don't have your toy, then you get destroyed. So bring it. Don't sing it, fling it like a beat. I'm gonna sting it. I'm Brodero, the one-man show. And what I do and say next, you never know. Yo, check it out here. You wish you could compose like this. You wish you could compose like this. Go home and play with your little beat machine. Go play with your samplers, suckers.
Almost done, y'all.
Yeah, this Brodero. The one man shit. With a little something, gotta keep it going. Can you feel that? I'm a loser. That's what I am. A loser. With a plan that I never get to execute, so I dispute my place. Held back on my race fighting. I never any battle against the opponent who's hard to rattle. It's invisible. It's always there, here, everywhere for the win. Affecting everything that I do constantly, reminding me who I am. It's that nagging voice that rings in my mind. Every time I see with the life of life, that make me believe that top always, you're not worthy. You know what's happened. You never be respected or might you don't deserve to desire. You're a loser. That's what you are. A loser who will never be a star. Let's get to the task. I'm a poet laureate, and I'm ready to blast you up anew. Hit on back on the scene, and I won't quit waiting to lean. And these young folks who don't know about the L show, the because this is the one man show. The jock who rocks the man with the plan. I'm breaking down so you can understand where I'm coming from. If you went to public school, I know you're dumb. Yo, I ain't tripping. Yo, I'm mad flipping. Yo, I ain't tripping, I'm just flipping. Straight sipping, cruising for the hot spots, get into situations that I need not be. Situations that I need not see. I gotta be to work at 8 in the morning. The boss won't like it if I'm yawning. Check it, we got a full tank in the Jeep, 400 watts kicking ghetto beats. 4 young men on the creek, and our best gear straight flexing. Up bed and some sucker starts stressing. But we looking for a good time, not a good crime, feeling good round. Look, there's that girl named Latrell. She got 5 kids. She's as fine as hell. She's nice to look at, but I wouldn't hit that cat with a bat. Yo, she gets no wood cause she's good. Doing every brother in the damn hood. Yo, I ain't tripping, yo. I'm mad flipping. I'm gonna keep an old school rap that you can't debate. If you challenge me, son, there is no debate. Don't say I'm arrogant, I don't think so. I'm just confident when I move down who oppose me. The legal young brother who holds the competition. Only mentions the fact that I back on these booty MCs who are the title master of ceremony. Especially those phony fake wannabe pretenders. I could get off in the blender. No need, you all sound the same. Boring lame, but there's a ray of hope. A man like me who can cope with the broke hip hop and fuck with the dreadlocks. Who tells tales? Who got pop last week? But that's old news. I'm not impressed. Tell me why I should buy you a tape. Let's get the rest of these million about the dudes of attitudes and no job. Cooper turned out more than a doorknob. Get knock, but you can't get in because you're dealing with the real MC, my friend. Yo, I ain't tripping. I'm straight flipping.
Oh, you gonna deal with that for real, Jesus?
Who dance and gyrate? Come with your CD or tape.
You really gonna do me like this?
The those dancers who dance and gyrate, come with your CD or tape. For those dancers who dance and gyrate, come with your CD or tape. That's the only thing about hip hop that I do like. Sometimes it's on you grab them like sight. But on top of the riff-raff, I can't help but laugh at the image.
You know you're wrong for that. I ain't gonna say
that.
nothing.
Sound hard, but you really sound like an
you know you're wrong for that.
Right. When we know you suck, they couldn't make a buck. Yo, straight up, I'm tripping.
Flipping.
What the hell was the
Come
on. Officially challenged, 40 ounce thinking, non-drinking embers. I'm feeling it. Yo, this is how I do. I'm the cerebral assassin, harassing, you mentally challenged, 40-ounce drinking. No, I'm thinking imbecile, like a thrill, I'm supposed to use for a fraud. You backed by click, I'm backed by God. That's who I associate with, so get on the bandwagon or face this dragon. Why you think I do what I do? Driving you hooligans around, while the massive pound into your eardrum. This is your wake-up call, so straighten up or fall. Stop doing that, dude. You know Jesus will help put you to work. I know Lord, the easy money gonna rob you of God's grace. I put it out there, so that's my job. You can take it or leave it. You don't have to believe. You can do nothing. Stay black and die. I know I'm gonna shine. As long as I'm around about things that make you think, like drug, education, poverty, religion, sex. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to respect it. You exit. Someone else enters. Cycle continues. On a soul and for a menu of indoctrination from the conscience of this generation who had too much time on their hands. Got money and fuck still being led around by the man.
I don't know. It's 9 people here. Nobody not saying nothing. But oh no, that's my fault. Let me just do it again. Let's see where it goes. Save as. Where does it go? It just goes to pictures. Okay, it just go to pictures. Okay. So let's look. It says it goes to pictures. I don't see it. We got a problem. It says it go to pictures, but I don't see it. Oh, it's 2 pictures. Okay. So it went here. I don't see it. Here we go with the cheating. Let's do it again. We ain't gonna cry about it. Let's do it again. But you know you're wrong for this. Okay. And go to file. Save as a JPEG. Okay, now where's it going? This PC pictures. It's going to pictures. But I don't see it. All right, let's put it in save pictures. No items match your search. What do you mean search? I'm supposed to be saving something. What do you mean? Why are you cheating? Are we in pictures, right? Okay, save. Now, see, I don't trust you now. I don't trust you. So let's go back. The pictures. Where's pictures at? It should be right there. There it is. Okay, so it's in pictures. For those of y'all that's wondering what I'm doing, I'm changing the banner. And I'm putting 3 pictures in one with words. Oh, no, I messed up. I got to put it up top too. Uh-oh. I got to put it up top too. Oh, Derek, you messed up. Well, you're not going to be able to see it, though. I don't think you can see it if I put it up top. I do it anyway. I mean, with that. So let me find another song to play. Doggone it. I'm finding work for myself. It's daggone shame. I'm finding work. All right.
Yeah. Rodero. So now you know. Can you feel that? You wish that you could hit like me. I'm a composer, a musician, an old school MC. It's not a little Bow Wow or Nelly. I don't identify with the hood or the belly of the beat. I don't dig freaks, don't hang on the street corners while I hurdle through cracks like Jackie Joyner. You want beats like the DJ Street in the track, wondering how does Derek do that? I sound stage, back, straight, disco. Now deal with that. I don't listen to no one. Won't follow no one. Yeah, I still come with the flavor. You want someone with the hard-hitting, who's splitting position, who's condition. Drop a fellow artist, don't want you stressing. Don't F with me, don't mess with me. I have no equal, so take your pickle, and stay clear. You can't handle this here, but you can't smother me with your rounds in abundance. I could be off. You've had no trouble, no endurance. Battling me, you're gonna need insurance. You better get Geico, yo. You wish you could hit like me, be as strong as me, that's as long as me. Hey, love spit this, girls blow kisses, but can't none of you get with me. You're going, we moved a lot. Never stayed in one spot for a year. Never got a chance to put my ear to the street. Yet I still had the heat. But add a few months out to beat understood throughout the whole last
might as well. Done anything else.
Rebel speak softly, jump big off me because you don't know how to deal with the flow of the brother who transmits like this. We can't be like me. Give it up. 90% of hip hop sucks. Yeah, after that, what you're gonna do in your crew? You young suckers don't have a clue. Freestyling to impress your friends, making obliged to get dividends, depends, collecting a check. You're a sellout. You get no respect from the naturally gifted. Ugly sister, brother. Who rocks with no assist, yo, before you can think, before you can blink. I run circles around you because your style speak like you gas, get your head out of your eight. And this is the Messiah to get better. You're a damn life flirt sweeter than Mariah Carey. I was like, you stare at me, right? You glare at me, right? But you can't harm one hair on me, yo. You wish you could hit like me. You're strong as me. That's as long as me. Don't spit this. Girls blow kisses, but can't none of y'all get with me. So you wish you could hit like me. Okay. You're strong.
Never got recorded.
That's as long as me. Yo, I'm tired of hearing songs about the hood. One song you're trying to leave. The next is all good. This song confused, talking in the rhythm neutral. I'm caught in the middle. You don't help the situation at all. You brag about being behind bars, then you whine about how hard it is. Then you get released and catch another bed. Is the money that good? So why can't you retire or walk away? Why do you choose to stay? Put down the dice, don't chase the ice. I'm taking names, I'm taking notes. When it comes to music, yo, I ain't no joke. I hate to break on my blackboard, but this is the way I cope. I'm losing hope that people can be saved, but they're slaves to their own press. People brainwashed and or inept, so let them be. But you wish you could hit like me, be as strong as me, as long as me. You wish you could hit like me, be as strong as me, that's as long as me. Don't spit this is girls book business, but can't none of y'all get with me. Rodero, the one-man show. And if you didn't know, now you know a little bit more. And like I always say, every day I pick up the paper, I read the papers. I check out the dictionaries about you buried. You got one for the grave, early, got one for the system. When the man catch him, don't start bitching. You don't want to listen, that's on you. I do what I want to do, you do what you want to do. You reap what we sow. Rodero, one man show. If you don't like this, kiss it. Flip it, lick it. Yeah, this Rodero, the one man show. So now you know, and you feel the flow. The man with the plan, the man with the skill. Right now I'm about to get ill. Sit back and relax. Let it go, bro, damn right. Hey. Out there, me. None of you can suck to me. Don't fuck on me. You can scan the Atlantic. All I'm the show. I'm bet no one rocks like the big show. I'm bro, damn road. And none of you punks out there with me. None of you suck to me. Don't fuck on me. You can scan the Atlantic. All I'm the show. I bet no one rocks like the big show. I'm bro, damn road.
I don't know.
Out there, you're dealing with the one man show. Suck to me. Don't fuck on me.
But check this out, y'all. This is what I'm doing.
That no one rocks like the big show of Baltimore. What? None of you punks out there with me. It's up to me. Don't fuck on me. You can scam the Atlantic. All I'm like the show. I bet no one
y'all see that?
Like the big show of Baltimore.
You got one pitch.
None of you punks out there.
This word separate. That word separate. This word separate.
Like me.
And then you got the same thing.
I'm harassed.
How you gonna copy that?
I'm dynamite. Like Jimmy Walk on good time. You can't define my.
How you gonna copy that?
Get the 411 on the musician who's second to none. The only one who can't be beat. So take a seat. Who out there can't defeat me? The human
How you
orchestra.
copy
The
that?
one man show. I shine sucker crews like mop and
Yeah,
glow.
let's try to
I'm
put it in.
selfish. I hog the spotlight. My beats and lyrics are always fight excitement. I ignite. I fight the good fight. I drive a sedan all day, stalk MCs all night.
That's not what I wanted to do. Talk on it.
I'm not topical, but I'm more topical than any Jamaican or Caribbean, breaking down anyone who dares to step up to the king of the underground sound. I'm dumping bodies like John Gotti. I'm the kid from uptown. Can't none of you punks up there F with me. You suck to me. Don't fuck on me. Can't none of you, man, tell I'm the Eastern show up at no one. Rocks like a big show up out some more. Can't none of you punks out there F with me. You suck to me, yeah, don't fuck with me. You can scan the Atlantic, call I'm the Eastern show up at no one. Rocks like a big show up I'm broke dead road. Can't none of you punks out there F with me. None of you, you suck to me, yeah, don't fuck on me. You can scan the Atlantic, call I'm the Eastern show up at no one. Rocks like a big show up I'm broke dead road. And none of you out there F with me. You suck to me, don't fuck on me. You can scan the Atlantic, I'm the Eastern Shore, I bet no one rocks like a big show of Baltimore. Can you get enough of the young brother who smothers the fucking MC with the weak vocal? You don't sound tough. You sound local, bragging about your guns. Learn to fight, son. Stop whining, no one cares. Pull up your pants and comb your hair. Then you might get a job, you slob. But now you wanna keep slinging, so you keep bringing stripes into your life. You won't pick up a book, my friend. So you're stuck in the pen for some hard times. Then when you get out, you want to run with your tails of being locked down. Sorry, clown. I'm here to scrimmage the image because being hard is doing right. They're walking away from a fight. Go back to school, find a church. You won't be riding in the back of a hearse. By the way, how to corn on the liquor on the ground. Help your dead homies. Why not do it little? She might be lonely. If you got a girl, why not commit? Instead of banging everything that strolls from the strip. Remember, loose hips, sink shit, leave the hoes alone. Leave the streets alone. Then think about picking up that microphone. Because you punks, you know, you suck to me. Don't fuck on me. Let me tell you. Atlantic I'm the Eastern Show. I bet you one rocks like a big show of box. None of you, and none of you punks out there F with me. You suck to me. Yeah, don't fuck on me. You can scan the Atlantic I'm the Eastern Show. I bet no one rocks like the big show of box. I'm broke damn road. And none of you punks out there F with me. None of you, you suck to me. Yeah, don't fuck on me. You can scan the Atlantic I'm the Eastern Show. I bet no one rocks like the big show of box. I'm broke damn road. And none of you punks out there F with me. Y'all suckers out there. Me. Don't fuck on me. You can scan the Atlantic I'm the Eastern Shore. I bet no one rocks like a big show of box. I'm broke damn road. And none of you punks out there F with me. They suck to me. Don't fuck on me. You can scan the Atlantic I'm the Eastern Shore. I bet no one rocks like a big show of Baltimore. Can't none of you punks out there F with me. You suck to me. You punk. Don't fuck on me. What? You can scan the Atlantic I'm the Eastern Shore. I bet no one rocks like a big show of Baltimore. I'm broke dead road. And none of you punks out there F with me. None of you. You suck to me. Don't fuck on me. Punk. You can scan the Atlantic I'm the Eastern Shore. I bet no one rocks like the big show of Baltimore. I'm broke dead road. And none of you punks out there F with me. None of you. You suck to me. Don't fuck on me. Punk. You can scan the Atlantic I'm the Eastern Shore. I bet no one rocks like the big show of Baltimore. I'm broke dead road. And none of you punks out there F with me. One man show today, you know. Don't fuck on me. The brother coming to my house, the that no one rocks like the big show of Baltimore. Like sword. And none of you punks out there F with me. Suck to me, man. Don't fuck on me. You can scan the Atlantic along the Eastern Shore. That no one rocks like the big show of Baltimore. Punks.
All right. Y'all see that on y'all screen? It's stuff in this picture that's not even showing. I got Minister Bubba Dark in there. It's not showing. I got EBIKE Life in there. It's not showing. I got all of that in there. And look, you can see it's different pictures. Look, it's different pictures all in one. How you gonna copy that? It's different pictures all in one. How you gonna copy that? Y'all probably think I'm crazy, but I ask you again. That's just me showing the 36 miles per hour. You see, it's in the avatar, but it's also in the what you call 'em? See, it's right there on the screen. Me riding down doing 36 miles per hour, and I got it in the avatar right here. The avatar is easy to copy, but you ain't gonna be able to copy this. Look at this one picture. That's two pictures in a picture right there. Another picture right there, and then the name up the top. And you gotta fit it in that box. How you gonna put it back in that box? You don't have the whole picture. That's number one. So everything that's not showing, you got to compensate for. I'm kind of sad though. I wanted more to show, but that's all right. This is the first channel that don't have my name on it. This is the first channel that don't have my name on it. So Greg Kazoo, you the only one talking. It says 7 people here. Would you say try a little more cadence in your rap, Derek? No, Derek. There's a technique in rapping and also singing. It's called cadence, or do more speaking than spinning, but at a pace. My words are fire. It don't matter how I sound. I want you to understand what I gotta say. I ain't trying to slick them up. I ain't trying to hip them up. The words are the words. Remember the conversation we had Saturday? I ain't trying to slick up and try and fit in with that demon music. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. I like to have fun and teach at the same time. If we was on the OBS instead of StreamYards, I'd be able to show y'all what I did. But I just want y'all to know, when people, I don't know why they would want to, but if somebody decides that they want to copy this channel, somebody decided they want to try to imitate us and go around, they got work to do. They got work to do because that's a lot to copy. And you're probably saying, well, I can crop it. But when you take the photo, it's not going to fit in YouTube. They got a window like this. And then it's a little window like this. So how you going to make that fit? It's going to take you a lot of work. And if you that desperate, go ahead and knock yourself out. You just saw me work hard. And I got the original copies. There's so many different pictures in there. It's so many different pictures, and you have to account for them and then put them in a little box. So, some people got time. They ain't got nothing better to do. But we're not in the beef sector anymore anyway. So we shouldn't have that problem. But just to be sure, I went on and made sure that banner is hard to copy. Just make sure that banner is hard to copy. Now, what I could do, see, the little avatar is easy. Because what I could do is I could put another picture behind that picture and put another picture behind that picture. But I think that's easy to copy. I think that's easier to copy. But the problem is, if you screenshot it, trying to crop it the right way to get it to look the same. That's gonna be difficult. I don't know what Nia and Liz is. I don't know. I'm gonna get out of here. I just came on here to say hi and push the bikes. To be honest with you, I came on so late. I wasn't expecting nobody to be here. Shoot, I gave y'all a 13-hour show Saturday. We went out. I started the show for an hour and something. We went out. I hit the pharmacy and the market, came back, and gave y'all a 10-hour show last night. So, and still came back, and we going on 3 hours. I still came back. I don't think people appreciate it, but it's okay. I don't want to stay up late anyway because I've been getting up early now. So I see y'all tomorrow. As Nia would say, see you soon. As I say, I see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a great day, and we are out. Peace, everybody.